So in the studio, I've got Mercedes Sarmini, this blender with a huge bunch of wattle. How today, Mercedes?
I'm very fragrant and feeling wonderful. Can you smell that? It's
I can.
Sensational.
It's quite a strong perfume, isn't it? Yeah.
And for the people that are listening, thinking that I've got allergies and I'm going to stay away from this Acacia, in brackets, wattle, I don't want it near me because I'm going to sneeze. It's allergy free, believe it or not.
I do believe it. People think that it's the pollen, but the pollen is, well, it's not wind pollinated, it's pollinated by bees. So
correct.
Yeah. Anyway, so apparently there's 1,000 species in Australia, but worldwide there's 1,350. So there's quite a lot.
Yeah,
quite a lot of
the Australians.
A lot here.
Yeah. Aussie. Indeed. Now, it's definitely fragrant, and the vase life is in between 4 to 6 days. Native to Australia, hooray. And her cousin, because it is a female, you got to slip on the heels, blossoms, is wisteria.
Oh, that's a surprise.
It is. I was shocked. Wisteria being a cousin.
Because, well, the only thing in common is their fragrance, but they are not looking anything like each other.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
But neither do my daughters. Same man, by the way, may I add.
Oh.
But cat and dog friendly, and if you've got horses as well, and it's you can dry it. So if you want to make pressed cards, it's lovely. A really nice cut flower to press and enjoy. And I've got 2 different varieties there. Which one do you prefer? The one in my right hand or
no,
left hand?
The one with the longer foliage, the longer green leaves. Although that one grey leaves, that looks nice.
It depends on your decor and also your mood. But the one in my right hand, I feel dries better than the one in my left hand.
Okay. Do you know what variety that one is? That Acacia Baliana. Looks like it.
That's the flat leaf one.
Cootamundra wattle or something.
Yeah, that's it. That's right. Yep.
Okay. So the National Wattle Day started off in 1901. They thought about it.
Yeah. And then it became a very big financial revenue in World War II.
Did it?
Yeah, because they used to write letters, loved ones from here, and they used to get them delivered overseas, wherever they were in the world, serving for World War II. And they used to attach sprigs of wattle to it, and they started charging for that.
Wow. Yeah,
so it became a really big money-making machine, blooming machine. I'll add that to it. Sounds better.
Okay, that doesn't sound fair, but anyway.
But if you saw a neighbour digging into your backyard and cutting off some branches of your tree, it's because they were trying to make money out of it back in the day.
Back in the day, indeed. I found it interesting information that Indigenous peoples of Australia used to soak the gum of the golden wattle in water and honey, and that would make a sweet toffee-like substance. So they had a sweet tooth.
They did, indeed. And for the superstitious who are listening, they used to use the bark, like obviously dry it and burn the bark, and that used to ward any evil spirits and ghosts away, according to the Indigenous community.
All right.
Yeah. And back in the day where there used to be bushfires, a lot of cattle used to just drop dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's because, and they used to call it the evil tree.
Oh.
Yeah, and they used to drop dead because of an enzyme, cyanide hang on.
Cyanide in the bark?
Yeah, correct, that's it, yep.
Yeah.
So that used to, some enzyme, I mean, I'm not a professor in science here, I'm just a florist. So something happened with the fire and the wind and whatever, and it developed this cyanide, and cattle used to sniff it, and they just used to drop dead.
Ah, so it was in the burning of the wattle. It was in the smoke.
So it developed this really bad name, the poor darling blossom.
Okay.
Having a bad name like the witch tree.
Oh, the witch tree. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So I'm not surprised then that colonial settlers used the bark in the tanning industry. For the gum for glues and the blossom for its honey. So obviously something in the bark is really.
The honey would be outstanding. I wouldn't mind a bit of a lick. Yeah.
Golly. Okay.
Yeah. Now the seeds were also eaten. It was a traditional bush food for the Indigenous communities, and the varieties, being this being one variety in my right hand of Acacia, and a different variety in my left hand of Acacia, so they have different seeds.
They do, but one thing is that they're notoriously hard to germinate because the seeds have a really hard seed coat. You need smoke water to actually, because they like to germinate after fire, which is a lot of natives do that.
Yeah.
So you need to get something like native seed starter granules or smoke water to get them going. Or
smoke water?
Yeah, or throw them in a boiling cup of water for a...
So they don't, you can't grow them from cuttings or graftings?
You can, there are grafted ones.
Oh, right, yep.
Yes, but that's kind of a fairly tricky procedure, and you probably can grow them from cuttings, I would imagine, but if you were to collect seed, it's a little bit on the tricky side to get them going. Yeah.
Thank God I'm not a gardener. That sounds like hard work.
Yes.
Now, they used to make cape damper out of it, the indigenous communities, and when it comes to fragrance, they're making perfume out of it as well.
Okay.
I'm going to look into that actually.
Okay. All right. Now, you know that the flower colour is usually yellow, and there's also some cream-coloured ones. But they found a sport in Victoria, I think in Victoria, that has red flowers.
Red?
Yeah, red.
I've never seen it in red.
No.
I've seen it in cream.
Yeah, and you don't find it in the bush in red. But so they found this one little sport growing, and they were able to propagate it, and so there's not a lot of it around, but you know, if you want something different in the wattle.
Well, I'm into different, definitely. Okay. I'll look into that. History related, Miss Acacia was adopted as the floral emblem of Australia in the bicentenary year of 1988 by Governor General of Australia, Sir Ninian Stevens.
Yep.
What sort of name's that? I've never heard that name before. It's unique, it's different.
Yes, that's correct.
It's blooming, wonderful. Yeah, and let's talk about weddings because
they used it in weddings.
Meghan Markle, on her wedding veil, she had the Acacia symbol on her veil.
Right, embroidered.
Wow. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, not
the real thing.
Not the real thing. And speaking of royalty, Queen Elizabeth II, on her coronation gown, when she took the throne in June 1953, she had the Miss Acacia embroidered on her.
So it must be a royal tradition.
Yeah, it must be, yeah. I mean, it's quite royal.
Looking, yes. And that's probably why we use it as a floral emblem.
Well, I don't blame them at all. Now, this is the most favourite part of floral gossip, the Acacia message. She has a lot to say, my darling blossoms. I am here to resurrect you from the darkness that has fallen on you and inject you with immortality, driving your ghosts and demons away. Wash away the pain and suffering in your life, my darling blossoms, with my energetic purities and beauty that feeds repeatedly your soul. I also help you make room for celebrating your golden years into your retirement. And the energetic properties of Miss Acacia. So if you're after success, you want to attract wealth in your life, you're looking for some masculine energy, which I would love to have most of the time because then I can get my own way. And it gives you energy in abundance, which I'm not lacking anymore of, because I'm extra happy, good things are coming, and hopefully in 2020, Floral Gossip will be on your radio, not radio dial, because we're here, TV dial.
Wow.
Yeah, so very exciting things are happening. And if you want more exciting things to happen, hence the reason why we're talking about Miss Acacia today, success, abundance of success in your life and wealth, this is certainly the cup now to have around you.
Wow, that's good to know. Certainly listeners wouldn't be aware of those things, but you're here to enlighten us as usual. Once again, Mercedes, thanks for coming in and talking to us here in the Real Well Gardener.
Always a pleasure. Bye.